to first learn about all the basics of TypeScript. So in the previous class, we learned a lot of things like types of functions and all those things we have learned. Let me share my screen. So yeah, so this is something which we have learned yesterday, previous day. Numbers, type of a numbers, type of a string, type of boolean, then how to give the type of objects, how to give the type of arrays, how to give the type of complex arrays, how to give the type of functions. So these were some of the things which we have learned yesterday. So let us go ahead and do the look further. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to learn is union types. Okay, union types we are going to learn. So what is the union types? Union types is like it's a very important thing, because yesterday someone asked one question that how to give two types in one thing. So that is the answer to this. Okay, so I'll do union types. Let me see. One sec. Let me see whether I am really live or not. Okay, so I all. Okay. So yeah, I'm live. So and this is means you'll get the certificate if you complete the participation. If you there is attendance will be given every day. Every day attendance will be given. It was given yesterday also. Today also it will be given, and you have to fill the attendance completely. Okay, so that is there. So this union type is there, and here I'll do let num or str number or string. So number or string is there, and so this is how you give the union type. So what does this mean? This means that number string. So this is anyways a variable name. This can be number or this can be string. The pipe is single pipe is the main thing. I have given a single pipe. So now I can give a num or str equal to 10. It will take, and num or str equal to 10 also it will take. So this both of these things will work fine. So now, as yesterday someone asked this question, how to give multiple data types in an array, what will be the type of it? So I'll come here, let arr, suppose I want an array of number and strings. Not only array of number, array, it can contain mixed type of things like numbers also and string also. So how I'll give? First thing, I need to give like array like this. I'm giving a type. Then I have to write a string or number. So I will copy this thing. Okay, string or number. But how to like it will not, it will give error, like it will not understand. So what we do in this case is come here and do this bracket like this will do, and then I'll make it equal to 10 or 10, which is perfect. But if I give something like a boolean, and it will be a false. Boolean is giving me an error, and if I hover my mouse over it, type boolean is not assignable to type string number. So that is there. So that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to learn is literal types. Okay, so what is a literal type? So literal type means that we give some certain terms. We give certain terms, and only they are acceptable. Those terms are only acceptable. This is known as literal type. So I will come here and do a literal types I'll do, and here let my literal is bindu or or then okay, so it can have only three things only it can have. And if I make it equal to, I have to make it equal to, see, it is also showing me this is the magic of VS Code and TypeScript, both of them from Microsoft. So Hriday, Nabindu and Chika. So I can have only one of these three values. Okay, so like this. But and I can do the again the my literal, if I give an equal to, it will again suggest me all these things. I can do my literal, again it is suggesting me. But if I do my literal equal to arg, it will give me error. So let me hover my mouse over it and let me see the error. Type parag is not assignable to type Nabindu Shikahenda. So it is like this. Okay, so it is giving me error like this. So I will save. Now this is literal types. So there is something known as enum types also. So what is this enum types? Let us see. Enum types and do, and that. So enum type is a combination of actually union type and literal type. Okay, and you'll find this. See, union type is also used. I am hardly seen people using literal type, but enum type you see a lot. People using a lot of this enum type. And enum type is again something which was always there in C, C++, and all those things, but it is again there in TypeScript. So what I can feel, a lot of these features from C, C++, a lot of, not all the features of C, C++ and object-oriented programming are been brought into TypeScript, brought into JavaScript through the use of TypeScript. Okay, so that is there, and let us do the enum. So enum have the keyword of enum. See, here we were not having any keyword and all in union, but here we have a keyword of enum. Then I'll give a role and admin. So anything I can give. It is like a object kind of a thing I'm giving. Okay, admin read only author, read only an author. Okay, so that is there. Then const my role equal to role dot admin, and so this is how you use it. My role is role dot admin, and another thing, const maybe user one role, or user on one role, and you can also give a type of it through this. Okay, so it is like this. I'll do this and do a role. It's of type role, then equal to role dot admin or role dot. So it is also giving role dot author. Like this I can give it. Okay, so that is there, and this is how it works. This is how the enum types work. Now we are going to look into optional type. Okay, optional type we are going to look, and it is again a very important thing. Optional types. One sec. Okay, so let us do the optional types, and I'll come here and do optionals I will do. And what is this optional? So sometime what happens, suppose I have an object and it contains name and age, but age field is that if I am giving the age, it should be number or it should not be there. So this is a very common scenario in programming. So what we do in those scenario, let us see. So I will come here and do a let optional obj is, as I told, I want the type to have a name of string and age of number. So first we'll see through a very naive kind of a wrong kind of a way, then we'll see the right way. Okay, number, but it can also not exist. So we can use the undefined here, undefined. So undefined in JavaScript means not a value. Okay, so like this I can use, and then equal to this object I'll bring, and name is bindu, comma, age is undefined. Age is undefined. I've given. Okay, so like this, but as I told, this is not a very good way to do it. So the better way is let better obj, and name is string and age is number. Age is number. Name is string and age is number. See, the main thing here is, see what is happening here. This question mark is there. This question mark is there. This question mark means that it is a optional. This can be there or it cannot be there. Hello, Braja Gopal Mukherjee. Okay, so that is it. It means that. Okay, so like this now. Now the thing is that if I give name Bindu, so it is not giving me any error. I can also give a age, but if I give age, it will be like this. But it is not mandatory to have a age. But here in this bad way, I have to give this undefined. Okay, but this is always you should do like this, not like this. Okay, always you should do like this. So this is optional. So now what we are going to do? Now we are going to learn about interfaces and types. Okay, so interfaces and types we are going to learn. So okay, so there are better ways to give the types of properties of objects. So there is some other ways are also. So we're going to look into that, how to give that, and that thing we can give through something known as interfaces. Okay, interfaces. Okay, so we'll come. And because see, if I go to the type of an object, so how we did the type of an object, we give a something very huge, like this is even bigger than the object itself. So we have to give like this. Okay, so instead of this, what we can do, we can come here and do a interfaces, and here I will do thanks which. So our main playlist, which happens every month, is CSS playlist, JavaScript playlist, and your React.js playlist. If someone want to start from the starting, that is there. This some of the things which we do most of the time. Sometimes I generally do the advanced stuff, and nowadays the other teachers are there. They do the basic stuff. So if someone want to be a web developer, it is only three things are required. Say HTML, CSS. HTML is very basic. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. So those playlists only you have to do. Okay, so that is there. So interface. So interfaces. So interface, what we do? Interface. But we have everything. We have Angular also. We have a lot of other things also. Interface, and then developer. So interface developer I'll do, and then name is string. So age is number. So here what I'm doing, this thing, when I was doing this where is my object I was doing it here. Instead of doing it here, I will do it in an interface. Like interface is a again a keyword. Interface is again a keyword, developer age number, and then is dev is boolean. Is dev is boolean again. So this is there, and now I can use it at multiple places. So let us do it, use it at multiple places. So like const person1 is developer and equal to like name and Bindu, age is 40, and is it is already giving me error because I have not given the isDev. IsDev is true. Okay, so like this I can have another also. So what's the benefit of it? See, I can use it in multiple places. If I was not using like this, I would have to use it like this, which is like, see how much is there. But and that will be a waste if I use it like multiple times. So I have a const person2. Again, I don't want to use it like this. So again, I don't want to give that. So it's better to give this developer. So most of the time you see in production code, people uses it like this. Okay, so name some 8 9 instead to, so like this is there. Okay, give it like this. So now we have another thing like interfaces. We have types also. We have types also, which is similar to interfaces. So but interfaces, the thing with interfaces is that it can be used only in objects like this. It can be used in only in object, but types can be used in string, arrays of object, or anything else. So that is like that. So let us see one example of types. So I'll go here and do a types, and types I'll do, and then type developer type, and again I'll do the same thing, type developer type. So why not copy this thing, type developer. Okay, one thing, it is giving me error because the see the interface is like an object, you have to give it like this, but type is like you have to give an equal to here. Okay, so that is one thing, that's why it is giving error, error. Okay, so now I'll have a const person3 is developer type equal to, so name do comma is t and its dev is 2. So that is it. So how we can use, so it is similar to use it in interface. You might be seeing that okay, it is quite similar, but the thing is that interface you cannot use in something else, but type you can use. So that is the difference. So I can use a type. Again, the type is a keyword, and person name is equal to string. So I have used this type, person name is equal to string. Now const person 4 is person name equal to any string id. Although it's a very bad way to give it, because instead of this I could have, it's a small thing, I could have directly use it like this. Okay, it would be much more better, but this thing is also possible. So now, but you can give the type of array of object also, and this is where the type shines. This is where the types are very useful. So I will come here and do a type of coder type equal to an object will be there. So what I'm giving the type, I'm giving the type of an array of object, which we have seen earlier also, I think in complex array, which is the array of object we have seen like this. Okay, complex array of object we have seen. So we have given it like this. So instead of that, we can we'll see, means we can give it with this also. So maybe I'll have three things here. Name will be a string. Okay, category will be a boolean of front end, or no, not boolean, union front end or back end or mobile. Okay. And then age is a number, and then it is there. So now I can use it. So or if I don't use it, whole things I have to use. Again, it's a shortcut. So I'll come here and do a const coder1 is coder type is equal to like this. I can give now a array of object. The first thing will be a name, which is new comma category, and it will give me category. It is not giving, it's okay, front, so it is giving after that front end comma age t is giving name category. It is also showing in this time backend age 9. So it is like this. Okay, so this is how I can give it. So save it, and now let us run the code. But I'm not going to run this code in index.ts. Index.ts have a lot of errors. Okay, so a lot of errors, and I don't want to rectify them. Because I want you to have this. So this code I will give, I want you to have this. Okay, so that is there. And now what we are going to do, we are going to go to our main.ts file again and add some of the code from index.ts, which is not having any error, because I want to show how to run it. So here maybe this type I will give. Okay, so I'll have a let's see, it is giving me error. I have given the developer type here, but if I am hover my mouse over it, it is saying that duplicate identifier developer type. Now what does that mean? That means that TypeScript is very smart. I cannot even take a duplicate variable in a different file. So this is not possible in JavaScript. Okay, but I cannot take, because it is giving me error because the developer type is already there. So I have to give some other name. So I have to give a other name, like maybe new type. Now the error has gone. Error has gone from here also. Okay, so now I'll have a const person5 is developer new type equal to name is Bindu, is 40, style is true, like this. It is there, so I can use it. So now let us do some console log, because I want to see this thing, and this thing will anyways happen, because see, in the source I have given the main.js, because this main.ts will compile to main.js, and we know how to compile it. I will again show it today also. Okay, so maybe I'll do a clg console log, and because I want to show something, I need to see something what is there. And then person5 dot name is dollar person5 is dev and is dollar person5 age all. So like this I'll do. Now how to do this in the main.js. So for every TypeScript, what we need to do, as shown this yesterday also, tsc and main.ts. I'll do main.ts. I want to run this file. So earlier we did tsc only for everything general, but right now I want to run the main.ts only. So I'll do this, and if no error comes, it will come out like this. But now the main thing is that if I go here, see the main.js, you see how it is converted. How it is converted? See, it is converted because there is nothing like type in JavaScript. So it is just a var it has taken, and just it is doing. And even this dot concat is an old kind of thing. Okay, so that is there. I will close it. So or else this main.js duplicate error will be shown. So now how to run it? So now the main.js is been taken and is compiled, and as the browser only understand your this. Okay, this is Safari. It don't even have a console actually. Okay, so now when is a true day, when is 40 years old. So this is how it is working fine. So it means it is working fine. Okay, so that is there. And now what we are going to do, we are so in this chapter we are going to see how to mainly run a TypeScript file. Okay, so one more thing is there in the TypeScript. So every time I cannot do something like that, I'll go and run this command tsc main.ts. Instead of this, I'll do a -w, which means the watch mode. It will keep on watching. So the moment I change something in this ts file, it will be reflected in the js file. It will compile and reflect it in the js file. So that is something will be there. Okay, so maybe I'll come to this ts file. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me keep it open so that you can see that what will happen when I save it. Okay, so I will have a maybe I'll open it later on once I save it. So type person new name is equal to string const person 6 is person new name equal to some like this, and G new developer is person 6. Now I'll do a control J and see. I have not yet saved it, but I will. Okay, I will inspect it also. Console, and I will save it. See, when I'm saving it, it is given a file change detected starting incremental compilation, and it has given me found 0 error. Watch for file changes, and Mosam is new dev is coming. And even if I go to the main.js file, you'll see this is been converted. So this is how it has been converted. Okay, so that is there. Now so how to do the entire project compilation? So we cannot always do like this, but TypeScript, there is a very important thing in TypeScript, which is like a TypeScript JSON file, TypeScript JSON file, which is a very important thing, and we are going to learn about that. So how to, right now it's a very basic project, no TypeScript JSON file and all. But if you go to React JS, Angular JS, and in Angular Angular, it will always be there. TS configure JSON file. React, if it's a React with TypeScript project, it will always be there. Okay, so that is it. Control J I'll do, and I'll come out of it, and I'll do a here tsc dash dash init. See what will happen when I do this tsc dash dash init. See here, and it will it will tell that something has been created a new tsconfig.json file, and yeah, here it is the tsconfig.json file. So I'll come here tsconfig.json file, and it is having a lot of options. Actually, it is having a lot of options, and most of them are commented out because we don't need all of them for this to work. So like module is there, and all those things are there. So now let us do one thing. Let us just 1j. So now I have actually two types of file. One is index.js, one is main.js. Suppose I want to run both of them. Okay, so what I will do, tsc, I'll do tsc, but I cannot run both of them because this index.js has got a lot of error. So I'll get this thing. Okay, all the errors I'll get, and because I'm seeing it here also, I should not run it because I know there is an error. But like this, if I'll get an error. So the main thing is here, like the index.js was my experimentation file. I don't want to run it, but if I run tsc, it will run. So I cannot. There are ways to exclude this thing, ways to exclude the index.ts file. So how to exclude it? So if I go here in the bottom, and after this scales this object which belongs to, see this compiler option, I'll come here down, and then comma, and exclude, and like this, and index.ts. So it means that I don't want to have this in my build, index.ts in my build. I don't want to have it. I will save it, and I will do again, do control J and clear maybe. And if I run the tsc again, see no error was there, and it is actually again showing me the correct thing. So tsc again, it is there. So like exclude, and in the exclude, we can have something else also. Like in the exclude, we can have something like node modules also, because sometimes this node modules also consist of a lot of JavaScript file, and if you don't give this, we right now don't have node module, maybe in the future we'll have. So we can give like this node modules like this, and now again it will give the same error. But there is another thing which is known as a include. So I will add this include, and in this include I will write a main.ts. It means that it will only run the main.ts, no other file will be run. So if we use this approach, include approach only, so you have to include a lot of files. Okay, so that is something which you can do. Okay, include main.ts, and again I'll do this, but I have to again run the tsc, and it will come like this. Okay, so that is it. Now this TypeScript project is actually not organized. So if you want to organize a TypeScript project, what we need to do, we need to have some folders. Okay, so and we're soon going to create some folders, but let us first do here the main thing. So here, if I come in the module, where is the module? In the module is here. So this is root directory, is something that is commented out. So I'll uncomment it, root directory, and dot, I'll write it as src I will write. So maybe I'm going to create a src directory. Okay, so you're going to soon going to see what I'm going to create. And now there is let me copy out directory like this. This also I have to uncomment it, and the most common way is like in out directory you always have a dist, and that is the source. So these two things I'll do anyways. It might give something, I don't know. So now what I need to do here, I need to go here and create a new folder like src. So in the source, what will happen in the source, and another folder dist. So in the source, what will come? All the ts file. Okay, all the ts file. What are the ts file? Main.ts and index.ts. So it will go there in the source. Okay, so move. Okay, so it's okay. And then maybe I will, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to delete it, because the JavaScript files are always generated when you run the tsc command. So we can safely delete, but it is giving me error because in the index.html it is mentioned that main.js should be there. Okay, so let us see whether our this thing is working fine or not, because we are given this out directory also and this source directory also. So now, okay, one more thing. Now my out directory is not in the like here in the index.html, it is like main.ts. Okay, it is not like this. I have a dist also, dist main.js. I'll do, I'll save it. And now what I am going to do here, it is still giving me error, so I'll do a control J and I'll do a esc. It is generated and the error has gone away. And if I go, this main.js is there and it is perfect. It is perfect. So that's why I'm not getting any error now. So this is how big projects are done. And now we will start with classes. We'll start with classes in your TypeScript, and classes are a very important thing in TypeScript. See, the classes were introduced in ES6 in 2015, as we have always told in our courses, 2015. But the JavaScript classes are very basic, so it doesn't even have protected, private, all this keyword. So with TypeScript, what they have done, they have made it very powerful, just like the object-oriented programming languages. So one of the main reason also is there, like Angular uses TypeScript by default, so that in Angular you can very easily use protected, private, and all those things you can use. So it gives the classes complete functionality of an object-oriented programming language. So when we will learn these classes, we're going to see like, oh, we're going to feel, if you're coming from a Java background or a C++ background, you're going to see, okay, everything is there. Okay, so that is there. Now in the, we are going to start with the index.ts file only, because that is our experimentation file. So we're going to start it, and maybe we're going to see a small bit of it in the main.ts file. Okay, so classes again a big topic, not going to complete it today. We are going to come back tomorrow with this. Okay, so and we'll have this time class on Wednesday, and then on Friday, Thursday we'll have leave. Generally we have 4-day classes only. Okay, so I'll come and I'll do a classes. Yeah, classes, and I will do one more thing here. So I'm giving a date to attendance. It's fill the date to attendance, let us do the classes. So classes is like we'll have a class create room. So if you do a JavaScript beginners to advanced, which is generally done in the second week of every month, you will learn a bit of classes in the ES6 also. Okay, so here the first difference in classes in TypeScript is that we have access to this all this keyword like public, private, all these things which are not there in JavaScript, but there it is there in other languages like Java and C++. So public room will be a string. So public room is a string. Then private, I'm taking a private also. I'll tell what's the difference between them. Although if you're coming from object oriented, you know what is the difference. So family is string of this. It means it's a array of a string. Okay, so that is there. And then I'll have a constructor. I'll have a constructor, and here I'll have a name of string. I'm not going to explain much of classes because this is already been done. This much classes you should know, means and if you don't know, please go through our JavaScript beginners to advanced. And we are going this month in September month we are going to have JavaScript advanced to master also, which we have earlier ones. So it's always better to have both of them, and that will be taken by our JavaScript expert Hari this month, second and third week of this month. We're soon going to maybe publish the thing. Okay, so this dot room, I'll have a this dot room, and then this keyword place when we have a classes, and then the names room. Okay, so that is there. Now I will have my first function here of a class is add family member of string, and this dot family dot push member like this, then show family, and this dot family is there, and then clean room soap string G cleaning dollar this dot room with dollar soap like this. I have now go down and we'll create an instance of this class, instance or object, whatever you say. So there this is not JavaScript, this is an instance object. Okay, so const main do equal to how to create, it's the new keyword. With a new keyword we create new create room, and then we have to pass something, and that something will go in the constructor. So this is how the classes work, these are the objects of the class work. So this is there, and one thing is there, this family is private. What does that mean? That means that if I take this object dot family, I'll do not say it is family. If I do like this, it is giving me error. And home as a property family is private and only accessible within the class created. It is giving me whole of the error. So what does that mean? Okay, it is accessible only within, and that is what the private is there. And this is again a TypeScript functionality. It is not there in JavaScript. This private, public, and all this. Public means you can use it outside also. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, I can add members like do dot add family members like so like this. I can add, then so like this I can add and dot add family members, and Yeah, I can add like this. Okay, and then I can also do a do dot maybe show family also I can do, and I can also do bindu dot clean room and Lysol. Okay, so like this I can. So, but I cannot see anything here because we have a lot of errors and all here. But we're soon going to see in some easier thing later on. But we have a lot to cover in classes and all, and we are going to cover that thing tomorrow. So this classes and all we are going to cover tomorrow, and maybe on the last day we are going to do a small project is there. And as I told earlier, I am soon going to release a TypeScript book. Okay, so this is a PDF of it, but I'm soon going to release it in Amazon and all those things. So this has got a lot more things. Besides, I am going to cover a lot of things now also, but it will contain a lot more thing like this. It is complete thing like getting started, TypeScript basic, TypeScript compiler, classes and interface, advanced types. I'm not going to cover this advanced types here. Generic and decorators, to-do list. So from here 7 to chapter 10, the projects are there. Maybe I'm going to do one project from here also. Drag drop project, module, how to do module and webpack, how to do this thing. So this thing along with Udemy kind of a course, I'll have my own platform that will be released, which will contain all these things. Like book will be different, course will be different. You're all please do support, and if you want it, you can buy it from Amazon and all, and those links will be support will be given on 5th of September. And because I'm editing the videos also, so those videos are different from these videos. They are highly professional videos and all those things are there. This is also professional, but that is complete videos are there. Okay, that is there, and I'm going to launch it on 5th of this September. And hope someone want to understand complete TypeScript, because this is a complete TypeScript in that book and all. The complete TypeScript is there, so complete TypeScript will be there. And this also this course also contains at least 30 to 40% of it, at least the basic part of it, but some advanced part and all. I cannot give everything like that, so that will be there in the book and the course. Hope you will like it, and hope you will buy it and all. So course also will be a minimum thing, and we are soon going to have launching course every month. Try to launch course every month beside YouTube. Okay, so that is will be there, and we're launching our own platform. Okay, that is there. And with this I'm going to end this